Sounds good.
Jill Jonathan, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
Could
Robbie.
you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, so my name is Jonathan. I'm 39 years old right now, turning 40, which was one of the main reasons why I decided to join Everyday Athletes earlier this year in February.
And were you active or fit growing up or before you came to Everyday Athletes?
Definitely not. Within the last few years, I would say working out has always been a bit of I wouldn't say challenging necessarily, but it's been a very off and on habit quite easily for me. So there will be times where I sign up for a gym membership, for example, go in for the first hey Luna, go in for the first 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, a month, maybe. Really work hard and kind of be good in that routine. And what I found was just for myself, anyways, it's very easy to fall off the habit. Yeah, I guess I hadn't really been working out very regularly or routinely in the last, I would say, past 2 years.
Okay.
No.
And was there any major challenges you felt that was keeping you from being consistent or being fit in general?
Yeah, well, for myself, I would say probably the main challenge or the main sort of reason behind not being so active or really, I guess, cognizant of sort of fitness and health was probably just mindset. When I'm just sort of left to my own self-motivation, it was a bit hard to keep it up sometimes.
And you find out was just because there was nobody there to push you on, or you had lack of a plan, or is there something else?
Bit of both for sure.
Yeah. Did you have any specific goals that you wanted in terms of performance, like you want to run 10Ks or you want to do some of the push-ups, or other types of goals? Was there anything specific that you really wanted to get when you joined first?
For myself, it was actually just sort of to shed body weight. Sort of hadn't realized where I was exactly. A bit of a shock, and that was one of the biggest sort of motivators for me to really, hey, you know what, let's try something new. Let's just see where we can kind of take things. And then that was my biggest reason for coming into the gym.
So you kind of decided then to take more charge of where your life's going. Has your goal changed or evolved or added new goals since you started?
I would say evolved is probably a better word for sure. So I mean, I've had a lot of good progress in these 6 months, and I'm very happy with it overall. Seeing the progress over 6 months as well there, and just gradually doing more reps or doing higher weights. That's also become sort of something I'm more aware of myself now, and also a bit of a goal, just continuing to be able to lift a little bit higher every couple weeks, month, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, that's good. So it's kind of gone from, I have this very specific thing, I just want to lose some weight. So now you're thinking of okay, what else can I do? Where can I bring my body to? So how has training like this with Everyday Athletes affected your personal life?
Shortly after starting training, maybe a month or about 2 months in, I did really notice a big change in just my overall energy that I've had. So prior to training, when I wasn't really as active, I definitely felt that a lot of the times I might stay up later at night and maybe have a little bit of trouble falling asleep. Wake up in the morning, I'm not really feeling necessarily that refreshed. It might take a bit of time to really kind of get the engine going. Having the training sort of routine and just having a really good routine to follow as well with that has, I think, really helped with that as well. I also find that when I wake up in the mornings these days, it takes me very little time to just kind of feel like I'm awake and ready to go with the day. So that's been actually something that I wasn't really thinking of before starting all of this, and it just the fact that it happened has been a really great, really great thing.
Awesome. If you were to talk to yourself in the past and try to encourage yourself to do something like this, what would you say to yourself or to anybody else who's thinking of getting started with fitness, but they're not sure if it's right for them or how to go about it?
Don't make excuses. Just kind of give it a try. It's what I did. I would say it's just, just taking that first step for me was sort of the really big difference maker. So once I did that, got comfortable, got into a habit, I just continued following that habit. It was, not as hard as I thought it was going into it. Push yourself to do that first step. It's oftentimes I find just a lot easier than you kind of think, like just instead of overthinking things.
Yeah, you can build it up in your head as this big thing. But yeah, I guess you can only take one step at a time anyway, so you might as well take the first one.
Right, exactly.
Anything to add before we finish?
Nothing really. What I would say is just, again, my experience with everyday athletes has just been it's been all positive, I would say. The facilities, the setup of the gym, it's very comfortable when I come in every week, 3 times. It's very nice place to work out. Like all the trainers as well. I have 2 trainers. I work with Paul and Kian.
Yeah.
They're just both different personalities, of course, but just very, very easy to work with. For myself anyways, like when I think of the gym, like before coming in, when I think of the gym, I think of kind of the, the gym bros kind of that attitude, like the big guys, and they're like kind of really kind of pushing you aggressively, and then just really none of that here. Very easygoing. We talk a lot about sort of, with Paul especially, we talked a lot about sort of my goals, and then with that as well, a lot of conversation about nutrition, which really ultimately led me to achieving my goals.
Oh, great.